Is Kalamazoo County ready to warn its residents about a tornado?
30 years after the city of Kalamazoo was rocked by one, there have been many advances in technology, and the Office of Emergency Management is more prepared than ever. But when it comes to sirens, it's a whole different story.
Here's 24-Hour News 8's Brett Thomas.
It can change so fast. We chase them, study them, these destructive furies of force, but we can't stop them. Just predict, watch, and warn. And for all our technology, our cell phones and laptops, tweets and posts, the best ways to preserve and protect remain the same as 30 years ago. So with all of our technology, aside from like advances in being able to forecast the storms, warning people in general is pretty much the same way it was back then.
Pretty much the same way. We have advanced some when it comes to new technologies, but still the most popular are the common ones: television, radio, and warning sirens.
Those were the sounds in Kalamazoo so long ago, an F3 twisting, rolling, ripping through downtown, lives lost, lives changed. For a town, an area, a county, a lesson offered, but perhaps never fully learned. Halfway between the serial city and the zoo is a place, not a ville or vale or town, just a burg, a one-bust burg, Galesburg, where everyone knows your name and the only thing that stops strangers is the light. Proud and pleasant, that town missed out on that nasty NATO that ripped up its neighbors to the west.
Yeah, we dodged the bullet. A lot of people didn't, and that was sad.
But on that day, their siren blew and blew, set off by the volunteer fire department almost exactly as it happens now.
And you just hit the send button and out it goes.
But the problem has never been sound, it's time. You see, the only way to make that siren sing is to set it off from the department itself, and that means when the call goes out, a tornado is down. The chief or one of his 22 volunteers has to hop in and drive. Home to firehouse can hardly be measured in minutes, but as we've seen too many times before, it's not minutes, it's seconds that count.
Well, I'm hoping, and there's a lot of people hoping that we can upgrade it. I think the need is there. It's just a matter of getting it done.
It is a problem that has an easy solution, but for years that solution has had too many problems.
The ideal system would be one-touch control. And if we've got something coming, go ahead and activate the county. At least it lets people know what's going on.
Chief Gary Henson, along with other chiefs nearby, thinks the answer is a central dispatch, a central authority that could set off all the sirens countywide, that would decide no lag time, no driving, no need to discuss, just one button, an instantaneous push.
I think that the system could be fine-tuned and done better and quicker. However, I don't have that control of it.
That's because there are 10 cities and villages and townships and burgs that all have those devices that blow, but getting them all to agree on how and where and when, and especially how much, they say they all can agree on this. Good luck. And so the interest just wears off. A county that has seen it happen but hasn't been able to see the solution through. Still, there's more to protecting the public than who makes the siren sound. And they've been working to make it better for years. Preparation and planning all in place. Lieutenant Baker is the head of emergency management, and even though the sirens are out of his control, coordinating with agencies is not.
Warning, we have a lot more technology, a lot more warning devices that we can put out notifications to people, whether we're not just doing it by TV or siren. We can put out pages to people's pagers or cell phones.
Because once a troubling twister does touch down, it's not just about warning, it's about help and response.
We're much more confident that early warning would be better for property saving and life safety. Our situation where we would get weather spotters out, we would be tracking it much closer. We would have people in, we could have areas evacuated or knowing that this is coming. We would be far better off today than we were 30 years ago, without a doubt.
Tornadoes don't make reservations, but we are better equipped to predict, prepare, and warn than before. Yet we can always get better. There are still lessons to be relearned. In Kalamazoo, Brett Thomas, 24-Hour News 8.
Chief Henson is looking into an upgrade to the Galesburg sirens that would allow firefighters to set them off from their vehicles. There are more sirens in Kalamazoo County than in 1980, but there are still 6 townships that don't have any at all, citing geography and expense as an excuse.
To see where counties in West Michigan stand with their sirens and to see other stories in our Tracking the Twister series this week, just go to woodtv.com and be sure to tune in all this week on 24 Hour News 8 at 5 for more.
We want